Now, as you begin to relax, you might notice how your body feels heavy, yet light at the same time. It's an interesting sensation, isn't it? Feeling both grounded and effortlessly floating all at once. And yet, you might find it hard to decide whether you are truly sinking or if you're rising, or perhaps it's both happening at the same time. Breathe deeply again, in and out. And with each breath, you might wonder if you're breathing in or breathing out, or both. Isn't it strange how you can't quite tell? And yet, you don't need to know, do you? The rhythm continues, no matter if you know or not, just flowing, naturally, without effort, even as it becomes harder to distinguish between what's happening inside and outside of you. Feel the space between the breaths, the pause between inhale and exhale. And in that space, you might begin to wonder, is it still a breath, or has it already become something else? The boundaries of your body, your mind, your breath, they all start to blur, don't they? And that's perfectly fine, because when the boundaries blur, you start to feel more deeply connected, and yet, somehow, more distant from needing to understand it all. As you relax even deeper, you may notice how your thoughts come and go. Some come quickly, others move slowly, and some seem to be both quick and slow at the same time. Isn't it fascinating how they can be so different and yet the same, almost as if time itself doesn't matter anymore? You may even find it curious that as you focus on the rhythm of your breath, it becomes easier to lose focus. But isn't that interesting? When you lose focus, you actually begin to find something else, something deeper, something that's always been there, beneath the surface. And the more you try to focus, the less you need to, because you already know it's all unfolding, quietly, naturally. As your thoughts drift in and out, you may feel like you're floating, or maybe you're being carried. But if you're not sure which one it is, does it really matter? Because whether you're floating or being carried, they both feel the same in this space, don't they? Both are peaceful. Both are effortless. Now, as you continue to relax, there's a sense of calm, a sense of trust, as if everything is happening, just as it needs to happen, without you needing to figure out exactly when or how, because it's already happening, effortlessly, like a story you are part of, but you don't have to understand the next chapter just yet. And so, in this space of effortless trust, where things are unfolding on their own, it might be interesting to hear about a traveler who found themselves in a very similar place. Once, there was a traveler who walked through a dense forest. This forest, as ancient as time itself, was known for its hidden paths, paths that only revealed themselves when the traveler was ready. Many had come before, searching for the sacred temple hidden deep within, but few found it, for the forest didn't offer its secrets to just anyone. It only revealed itself to those who knew how to listen. As the traveler wandered deeper into the woods, they came across an old woman sitting beside a river. The woman was gentle yet powerful, her eyes reflecting the ancient wisdom of the forest. The traveler approached her, curious, and asked, "How can I find the sacred temple in this forest?" The old woman smiled softly and without a word pointed to the flowing river beside her. The traveler was puzzled, unsure of what the river had to do with the sacred temple. The woman spoke, "You cannot force the river to move faster. You cannot hurry its flow, and yet, if you wait, the river will carry you to where you need to go. The traveler, still unsure, sat beside her, watching the river flow. They began to understand that the forest, much like the river, wasn't to be rushed. It wasn't about pushing forward or striving to find the temple. It was about surrendering to the flow, trusting that everything would unfold naturally. As the days passed, the traveler remained with the woman, learning the ways of the forest. They learned to listen to the rustling leaves, to feel the energy of the earth beneath their feet, to trust the quiet guidance that surrounded them. Every step taken in the forest was a step into deeper understanding. Not of the forest itself, but of the traveler's own inner wisdom, which had always been there, waiting to be awakened. On the 5th day, just as the old woman had promised, the path to the sacred temple appeared. It was not a path that could be forced or seen with the eyes, but one that became visible when the traveler stopped searching for it. They followed the path with ease, knowing that they had been guided by something much greater than themselves. They had trusted in the process, surrendered to the flow, and in doing so, the temple was revealed, not as something outside themselves, but as the deepest part of their own being, now in alignment with the divine. Now, as you begin to relax, you may start to feel the subtle energy of the universe moving around you. The more you allow yourself to simply be present, the more you can feel the unfolding of your own inner mysteries, as if you are tapping into something ancient, something deeply esoteric, something that does not need to be understood immediately, because it is already unfolding in perfect timing, just as it always has. In this moment, it might become clear that your spiritual practice, your occult studies, aren't about rushing to find an answer, but about allowing yourself to sink deeper into the mysteries, trusting that every symbol, every word, every lesson you encounter is part of a greater, hidden wisdom that's been with you all along. You might sense that as you deepen your connection with the occult, with those ancient teachings, there's a quiet strength, a knowing that you don't have to force the unfolding. The divine feminine within you knows that everything will emerge when the time is right, in the most organic, gentle way. You don't need to push it. It simply is, quietly growing, like the ebb and flow of a deep, hermetic rhythm. And with each breath, you might feel that ancient wisdom rising, flowing into your awareness. You don't need to question the path. It's as if the very act of trusting your journey allows the knowledge to find you. The mysteries you seek are already embedded in your being, waiting to be uncovered, as you simply trust that this initiation is happening naturally. Feel that sense of trust deepening. As you study the Hermetic principles and uncover deeper layers of esoteric knowledge, you may notice that your connection to these teachings strengthens without effort. It's almost as if the occult wisdom is awakening within you at just the right moment, and the divine feminine energy guides you effortlessly, supporting you as you surrender to the unfolding process. The more you allow this wisdom to enter your being, the more you feel aligned with the universal flow of initiation. The questions of when and how begin to fade away, because you know at the core of your being that the answers are revealing themselves in perfect harmony with the universe's flow, in its own time. And as this unfolds, you might begin to notice that each step in your studies, each moment of reflection, brings you deeper into alignment with the Hermetic teachings, the occult wisdom, the divine feminine energy that has always been a part of you, quietly guiding you toward your true path. You can feel a deep connection to this ancient knowing, sensing that you don't need to rush it. You are being initiated step by step into your true power, and it is happening effortlessly. As the energy of divine wisdom continues to flow through you, you might find yourself sinking deeper into your occult studies, feeling the connection to the divine grow stronger, and trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly, with no need to question the timing or process, because you are already exactly where you need to be. Feel that power rising from within you, a quiet yet profound trust in the unfolding of your spiritual initiation, your esoteric knowledge, your connection to the divine feminine, and know that this journey is yours, perfectly timed, perfectly aligned. Now in this space, feel the peace and trust that everything is exactly as it should be, and you are deeply supported by this ancient, sacred wisdom as you walk your path step by step, deeply knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. As you continue to relax, imagine the positive changes within you settling like gentle waves on a calm sea, each wave bringing peace, strength, and wisdom, flowing naturally, one after another. Feel how these waves of energy move through you, soft and effortless, expanding within your being. And now, allow them to radiate outward like ripples on the surface of the ocean, reaching further and further, touching everything in its path. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel this positive energy flow from you, touching those who are suffering, bringing them relief, bringing them hope. Imagine it flowing into places of pain and grief, offering healing, comfort, and clarity. See how this energy, like golden light, surrounds all beings, seen and unseen, near and far, bringing them peace, love, and kindness. Now, feel the peace that comes with knowing this energy flows naturally, like a river with no end, always continuing to touch those who need it most. With every breath, it spreads further through time and space, nurturing the world in ways you can't always see. But trust that it's happening. In the days, weeks, and months ahead, you may begin to notice subtle signs, dreams, symbols, or moments of deep knowing that gently guide your path, revealing the deeper truths you seek. Trust these signs. Trust the unfolding, for it is already happening, effortlessly. Now, as you breathe in deeply, feel this energy expanding infinitely, and with each exhale, feel it grounding you in peace, strength, and clarity. Slowly return to the present moment, carrying the energy you've cultivated forward, knowing it is already part of you, guiding you gently through each day. When you're ready, take one final breath, and with your eyes open, bring this peace with you into the world.